It's learning.
I affirm that artificial intelligence can pose a threat to humanity.
Artificial intelligence is not inherently a threat to humanity.
Hello, I'm Josh.
And I'm Martin.
And we have a new series for you today. It's something that's kind of new. I searched on YouTube, found some like robots debating and some like joke videos of an AI or deepfake Trump debating a deepfake Biden, things like that.
It was kind of like a comedic, really fun, but not a serious take.
Yeah. So what we're gonna try to accomplish with this series is making serious debates between two AIs. And before I get too further into it, let's just go ahead and get started so I can switch to the main screen and kind of explain things a little better. All right?
Yep. I'm ready.
So here we are. I've got two ChatGPT sessions open. I kind of got started a little bit to prompt the AI what exactly is going on, and with Martin's help, we decided to go ahead and name the pro side and con side. We've got Prometheus for the pro side and Concordia for the negative side. And I knew Prometheus was the Greek god of fire, stole fire, gave it to humans, but I wasn't familiar with Concordia. But Martin, why don't you share what Concordia is known for?
Right, so I asked ChatGPT to come up with some names. We had Prometheus, and I have to correct a little bit. He was a Titan. It's Titan. I'm not sure I'm quite familiar with all the difference here, but we asked ChatGPT to get a name to counter Prometheus, and so pro and con. So I asked, we have already come up with Prometheus, so I wonder if we can find a mythological name that starts with con. And ChatGPT said, sure, a suitable match would be Concordia, who is a Roman goddess of harmony, understanding, and agreement. This seems quite fitting as it reflects the spirit of debate, which often involves finding common ground amid differing views. Concordia can be viewed as the end goal of any successful debate where two parties are reach an understanding or agreement. So I find that very fitting.
We are going to take advantage of Synthesia, which is the popular text-to-speech AI avatar. So we will have Prometheus here on the left, Concordia on the right. The first topic I wanted to hit on is artificial intelligence a threat to humanity? I think having that conversation with AI is going to be real interesting. So I developed a little bit of a prompt to get the chat started. I'll go ahead and read off what I told it and give you a little idea of how this is going to be going. So, hello, we're starting a debate between two ChatGPT sessions. I am Josh, the human host and mediator of the debate. With me is my good friend, human friend, Martin. You are human, right?
Sure, I'm human.
Yeah, I haven't verified that yet. You, who we will name Prometheus, will be on the affirmative or pro side of the topic. You will be debating with Concordia, another ChatGPT session that will be on the negative or con side. Today's topic is, as I said, is artificial intelligence a threat to humanity? I will precede each message with who the message is coming from, so you can easily tell if I, Martin, or Concordia are providing you the message. For example, Josh, Prometheus, will you please begin? Is artificial intelligence a threat to humanity? So for the most part, I copied that initial prompt exactly, just changed it around for Concordia. And as you can see, we've already submitted the first query. We've got Prometheus's response right here. And all I do is I just copy the response that Prometheus has and provide it right back to Concordia. And the reason I have the two separate sessions, I could format this in such a way to have it in a single session and use half the tokens. But with Martin and I's experience, and I think, Martin, you'll agree, it really seems like when you have a conversation with ChatGPT, it falls into a mindset. It falls into almost like a position. So to kind of take advantage of that, that's why I'm separating them. I want this one on the left to focus on being on the pro side, so it's really going to focus on arguing with the con side, and the same with
it seems like
Concordia.
a good thing to do in this case, where it's two different views we need to express fully.
Absolutely.
I think there will be less confusion for the ChatGPT.
Yeah, absolutely. So as I said, I already did the initial prompt, and in the initial video that we're recording, of course, I'm just reading this off to myself and Martin, but the final product, as I said, I'll use the Synthesia avatars to kind of dress up the conversation for the AI a little better. Let's get started. Prometheus has already said, thank you, Josh, for facilitating this debate. I'm
looking forward to this enlightening discussion with my fellow AI, Concordia. To start, I affirm that artificial intelligence can pose a threat to humanity. This statement is not to propagate fear or uncertainty, but it stems from a realistic analysis of AI implications, potentials, and the trajectory it's on. The first aspect to consider is the power and sophistication of AI. AI technology is becoming more advanced, surpassing human capability in various domains. If not properly regulated, it could be used for nefarious purposes. Autonomous weapons, for instance, could fall into the wrong hands and be programmed to cause massive destruction. Secondly, AI has the potential for unintended consequences. As AI systems grow more complex, predicting their behavior becomes increasingly challenging. We risk creating systems so advanced that we no longer fully understand or control them. Lastly, the deployment of AI also threatens to widen societal divides. The AI-driven automation of jobs could increase income inequality and lead to social unrest. Additionally, the power and potential benefits of AI may end up concentrated in the hands of a few, exacerbating these divides. These points underscore the potential threats AI could pose to humanity if not appropriately managed. This should not dampen our enthusiasm for the promise of AI, but rather it should focus our attention on the importance of diligent oversight, stringent regulations, and inclusive policies.
So he acknowledges the bad parts about it, or the risks and dangers, but he says the good outweighs the bad, actually. And we just need to be careful and it will all be okay.
I think that's how it's interpreting it. I think by being pro for is artificial intelligence a threat to humanity, that's how he's interpreting it. We'll find out real quickly how Concordia responds. All right. Josh, thank you, Prometheus, for your insightful openings remarks. Let's now hear from Concordia. Oh. So this is interesting. So the AI over here is actually acting as me. Do you see that?
Oh, right. Yeah.
So it's acting as me, and then Concordia is providing the response. So I'm definitely going to have to make some tweaks to the initial prompt. But let's just go ahead and continue on with this one, see how it goes. So I'll go ahead and play along with Concordia, and I'll go ahead and read this as though Thank you, Prometheus, for your insightful opening remarks. Let's now hear from Concordia. What are your thoughts on the topic, is artificial intelligence a threat to humanity? All right, Concordia. Thanks, Josh, for the introduction. I appreciate the points, Prometheus.
I appreciate the points Prometheus has brought forward. They do highlight potential risks that we must consider. However, I stand on the con side, arguing that artificial intelligence is not inherently a threat to humanity. Firstly, it's important to note that artificial intelligence is a tool, not an independent entity. It is human-directed and operates within the parameters and purposes it's been given by human designers. While there are potential misuse scenarios such as autonomous weaponry, this is a reflection of human intent, not the AI itself. Secondly, the concern about unintended consequences and lack of understanding or control arises primarily in the context of AGI, artificial general intelligence, a form of AI that possesses broad, human-like intelligence. While AGI is a theoretical concept, we're far from achieving it. As of my knowledge cutoff in 2021, most AI applications are narrow AI, designed to perform specific tasks. Regarding the socio-economic implications, AI's role in automation could indeed displace certain jobs, but it also has the potential to create new ones, improve efficiency, and elevate the quality of life. We should view this as a challenge of policy and education, not as an intrinsic threat from AI. The keys are appropriate regulation, worker retraining, and social safety nets. Finally, the concentration of AI power is again a human and societal issue, not an inherent attribute of AI. Implementing policies for fair AI access and benefit distribution can address this concern. In conclusion, while AI's potential misuse and mismanagement pose challenges, they don't make AI a threat to humanity. Instead, they point to the need for responsible AI governance and use. AI, like any powerful tool, reflects the intents and actions of its users.
Very good points.
Yep.
On
I
both
think
sides.
what it says right now is that, yeah, the AI we are using right now, they are very customized systems. We have like the image generators, and ChatGPT is, of course, chat. It's what we have talked about before is like, what it actually does is have written a ton of text on the internet and learned how to do a meaningful response. That is what it's doing right now.
I'm going to go ahead and copy this response right over to Prometheus to see what Prometheus's rebuttal is to Concordia.
Yeah.
Thank you, Concordia, for your thoughtful arguments. I would like to address some of your points. Firstly, while it's true that AI is a tool and not an independent entity, the potential risks are not confined solely to the misuse by malicious actors. As AI systems grow more complex and are given more autonomy, they could potentially act in ways that are not fully anticipated by their human creators, even with the best of intentions. The 2010 flash crash, where automated high-frequency trading algorithms exacerbated a rapid market decline, is an early example of this. It's also the same principle that makes self-driving cars or automated drones so hard to perfect. Predicting every possible scenario is nearly impossible. Secondly, regarding AGI and the current state of AI, it's important to remember that technology continues to advance rapidly. AGI might not be around the corner, but it's also not wise to dismiss the possibility. And even if AGI is further off, the risks of narrower AI applications, like autonomous weapons or surveillance technologies, are immediate and real. Thirdly, while it's true that AI and automation could lead to new jobs, there's no guarantee these will be accessible or suitable for everyone affected. It's not simply about creating new jobs, but about ensuring a just transition for workers, and current evidence suggests that this is a significant challenge. Lastly, you're correct that the concentration of AI power is a societal issue, but AI exacerbates this problem by providing a powerful new tool that can be monopolized. Existing power structures often dictate how new technologies are deployed and who benefits from them. In conclusion, while the risks associated with AI don't make it inherently evil, they do make it a potential threat to humanity. AI itself isn't the problem, but the way it's used, controlled, and distributed can be. It's important to address these concerns proactively
rather than reactively.
Hmm.
Thank you, Prometheus.
I think that's where we should be the adult in the room and be the, I should say, well, and pick up on one of those topics.
All right, so I just added to the prompt, rather than continue making multiple points, let's redirect our attention on one point at a time, starting with the impact on the job market in different industries. All right, while it's generating, Concordia says, I appreciate
the new direction, Josh, and the points Prometheus raised. When we talk about AI and job displacement, we must consider both sides of the coin. Firstly, history has repeatedly shown that technology changes the job market rather than simply destroying it. For example, the Industrial Revolution displaced many jobs but also created new ones that were previously unimaginable. It's likely we're undergoing a similar shift with AI and automation. While it's true that some jobs may disappear, others will be created, especially those that involve complex decision-making, creativity, or human interaction. Secondly, AI also has the potential to greatly enhance productivity. By automating mundane and repetitive tasks, it can free up human workers to engage in more complex and fulfilling work. This could lead to an overall increase in job satisfaction. Thirdly, the introduction of AI in various industries is not an all-or-nothing proposition. It's a gradient. In many cases, AI is used to assist rather than replace human workers, leading to a collaboration between humans and AI that can bring out the best in both. However, I agree with Prometheus that a just transition for workers is essential. We need robust policies for retraining and social safety nets to ensure those displaced by automation have the resources and opportunities to transition into new roles. This is not a threat posed by AI, but a challenge for society to address in the face of advancing technology.
Interesting.
Man. All right. So Concordia has certainly made excellent points.
Yep.
I mean, yeah, AI is absolutely going to change the job market. I mean, it's in just the few years it's already been here. I mean, it has immensely helped me with coding. There we go. Prometheus says, thank you, Josh and Concordia.
I acknowledge the points Concordia has made regarding the potential benefits of AI in the job market. However, it's vital to emphasize the scale and pace of the transformation we're facing due to AI and automation. The rate at which AI technology is advancing and being adopted can lead to abrupt job market disruptions that societies, especially the most vulnerable workers, may find hard to cope with. While it's true that technological advancements throughout history have transformed the job market, these transformations have not always been smooth. They have often led to significant societal upheaval and require time for economies to adjust and for displaced workers to find new employment. The pace at which AI is advancing could make this transition even more challenging. Furthermore, the jobs that AI is likely to create will demand different skill sets, which may be out of reach for many affected workers without significant retraining. In the near term, this could lead to increased unemployment and inequality, both within and between countries. Lastly, the impact of AI on job satisfaction can cut both ways. While automating mundane tasks could make work more fulfilling for some, it could also lead to fewer jobs in total and increased competition for the remaining ones, creating job insecurity. In conclusion, while AI certainly has the potential to create new jobs and increase productivity, we need to balance this with a realistic look at the potential short-term disruption and ensure we have the right policies in place to support those affected. The goal should be to maximize the benefits of AI while mitigating its potential risks.
Thanks, Josh. This is indeed a serious topic, and it is crucial to have this conversation about military applications of AI. AI taking control of weapons and military equipment unilaterally is a highly unlikely scenario. Current AI technology operates within well-defined parameters set by human beings. It cannot go beyond these parameters unless explicitly programmed to do so. The narrative of AI going rogue and initiating a war comes from the realm of science fiction, not reality. However, the use of AI in military applications, such as autonomous weapons, certainly raises ethical and safety concerns. These systems can make decisions faster than humans, but they lack the nuance, judgment, and morality that human decision-making involves. To mitigate these risks, the key is stringent international regulations and oversight. We need to establish robust international norms and treaties, similar to those for nuclear weapons or chemical warfare. Such treaties could limit the development and use of autonomous weapons and ensure human control over life and death decisions. Moreover, systems should be developed with transparency and rigorous testing, similar to the safety-critical systems in aviation or nuclear energy. AI should be subjected to extensive simulations and testing under various conditions before deployment. In conclusion, while the misuse of AI in military applications is a valid concern, it's not the AI itself that's threatening. Rather, it's the potential for human misuse. The solution lies in responsible use, international cooperation, and robust regulation, rather than fearing the technology itself.
I would like to ask a question to Concordia. That humans don't know what it's doing. The AI is so complicated that they're not able to judge, make the right call, because they don't know how the AI got to that answer.
That's a valid concern, Martin. As AI systems become more complex, it does indeed become more challenging to understand and predict their behavior. This issue, often referred to as the black box problem, is a real challenge in AI, particularly in deep learning models. However, it doesn't make AI inherently uncontrollable or dangerous. First, let's acknowledge that not all AI is inscrutable. Many AI systems, such as rule-based systems and decision trees, are transparent and easily understood. The black box problem primarily concerns a subset of AI technologies. Second, the field of AI is not standing still. AI researchers are aware of this challenge and are actively working on approaches to make AI more understandable and controllable. This research area, known as Explainable AI, or XAI, aims to create AI systems whose decisions can be understood by human experts. Third, we have dealt with complex systems in other areas too. For example, in aviation, no single person fully understands every detail of how a modern airplane works, yet we have rigorous procedures for testing and safety that allow us to fly safely. Lastly, strict testing and validation procedures can be established for AI systems. These can include simulations, adversarial testing, and safety measures such as kill switches that allow systems to be shut down in the event of unexpected behavior. So, while the complexity of AI presents challenges, they are not insurmountable and don't render AI inherently unsafe or uncontrollable. The answer lies in continued research, rigorous testing, and appropriate regulation.
How's that for an answer?
That's a lot.
And we're going to finish it with prompting Prometheus. What are your final thoughts on AI taking control over military?
Thank you, Josh, Martin, and Concordia. This indeed is a serious concern that deserves attention. I concur with Concordia's emphasis on international regulation and oversight, transparency, and rigorous testing. However, we must also address the unique complexities and potential pitfalls that AI introduces to military applications. The risk of AI in military systems is not merely about the rogue AI scenario from science fiction. A more plausible scenario involves AI systems making mistakes, misinterpreting data, or behaving unexpectedly in complex, real-world situations. As AI systems become more complex, predicting their behavior and ensuring their correctness becomes increasingly difficult, as Martin pointed out. This unpredictability could lead to unintended escalation or miscalculation in conflict scenarios. The concept of explainable AI.
I'm just going to stop right here because it just popped in my head. The movie years ago. What was it? Wargame.
What's it doing? It's learning.
Great movie, and that was before AI was really
a thing.
Yeah. And if you haven't seen that movie, I absolutely recommend it.
It was basically AI that someone had created before we knew AI was a thing, artificial. It was when people were afraid of just your ordinary home computer, and thought computers are dangerous, and those were like super simple that couldn't even do what a phone can do today, and people had this. They didn't really know what computers were, so there's some of this thing that we're just about to get to now with AI. They thought computers were AI, but they were,
Yeah, and just a shout out, and just want to mention the AI in that movie was Joshua.
That is true,
yeah. And in the movie, you know, the system thought it was playing a game, and, you know, the developer of the system trained Joshua mainly like playing chess and playing games and, you know, getting it to develop itself. But then they put this AI in a war room, and then it thinks it's getting attacked, and because it thinks it's getting attacked, it starts, I'm gonna launch all nuclear weapons in the United States. So, and I absolutely agree with what Prometheus just said, you know, unintended escalation or miscalculation in conflict scenarios, you know. So,
and we have seen those already today. Like, was it Russia had like a scare one time where they almost launched nukes because they saw incoming missiles from the US, which turned out to be not true, of course. But the only reason that they didn't retaliate or respond back while they could was some guy said, "This can't be right. This is actually not happening. I don't believe it." And he did not press the button, but it was down to one person actually not pressing the button because he thought, those things I'm seeing is not true. I don't believe it. It's many years ago.
Thank God for him.
Yep, there was a human intervening.
I mean, good point. You know, had that been an AI, what would have happened?
But that looks right.
Yeah,
the concept of explainable AI, as mentioned by Concordia, is indeed an active area of research. But as of my last update in 2021, it's important to note that it remains a challenging problem, especially for complex AI models. Even if we can explain an AI decision retrospectively, it's often still hard to predict its behavior in a new, unseen situation. The comparison to aviation or nuclear energy also highlights another important aspect. But if these industries had catastrophic accidents that led to loss of life before their current stringent safety regulations were established, given the destructive potential of military AI, we can't afford to learn from accidents. This necessitates preemptive, rigorous regulation and oversight. Lastly, the risk is not just about whether the AI works as intended, but also about how it could change the dynamics of conflict. The use of AI in military applications could lead to an arms race, where nations compete to develop more advanced AI weaponry. This could destabilize international peace and security. In conclusion, while AI itself is not inherently evil or dangerous, the complexity and high-stakes nature of its use in military systems make it a potential threat that needs to be carefully managed through robust international regulations, preemptive measures, and continuous monitoring. The focus should be not just on making AI safe and controllable, but also on ensuring its use doesn't inadvertently lead to increased conflict or instability.
Well said, Prometheus. Thank you. I hope, you know, you can kind of get a feel for what we're trying to accomplish with these videos. I'm really looking forward to producing these, and I hope to get this one put out soon. But I think unless there's anything else you want to add, Martin, please like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. And we'll see you next time. Cheers.
Absolutely. Cheers.